thrusts are the tricep kickbacks.
Watch yourself.
Are the dumbbell tricep kickbacks of glute exercises.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Fitness For You podcast. My name is Ricky Schick.
My name's Melissa Schick.
That's right, because we don't use your full name in this.
Never.
No, we use it abbreviated because nobody can actually say our last name. Anyway, I am a certified master trainer and two-time bodybuilding champion and the owner and operator of Fitness For You personal training. And today we are doing hot takes on all things fitness and controversial subjects. Now, here is the rules. There are a bunch of different hot takes, and I know none of the topics in advance.
Nope.
So, my beautiful, lovely wife here, right, has taken the liberty of finding all of these hot takes on fitness and on culture and whatever it is.
Fashion.
Okay. And everything else, and I have to give you my God-honest opinion on it. I'm ready for you.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Does everyone know what a hot take is?
Let's ask, do you guys know what hot take is? You can comment that down below.
Well, if you don't know what it is just a topic that could be controversial and you could be swayed to both sides. So.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
And
you have no idea what I picked.
I have no idea what you picked. We've been doing this for like 3 days now. This was like the idea, and she, on this 3-day journey, has gone and found probably
20.
Okay. I thought it was 10. It is 20. 20 hot takes on topics that I'm probably going to get myself in trouble for. So, without further ado.
Disclaimer, don't get offended, please.
Yeah, it's hard.
That's all I'm saying.
Good luck
Everyone
with
has
that.
different opinions, so.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to start off hot.
Okay, we're going to start off hot take. I don't want to see the laptop. I can kind of see it, but I don't see anything.
Oh, well, don't read it.
I'm not reading it.
Keto.
No. Like the keto diet?
Keto diet.
Keto diet is the stupidest thing I have ever witnessed and seen in my life from a diet perspective. I'm not going to lie. I do not like it. I find that a lot of people, they use it as a tool to like lose weight and get in shape. And like the first couple of weeks.
That rhymed. Sorry.
Oh, you're welcome. Look at me. Anyway, what they do is they will do the keto diet and they'll take all of their carbohydrates out, right? And then all of a sudden they get so excited when they lose their first 10 pounds in like the first 2 weeks. But they don't realize what they're doing is they're just losing water retention, because when you take away carbohydrates, you really take away a lot of the water retention. And what happens is they can't maintain the diet and they wind up gaining all the weight back anyway. So I think keto is just so dumb. Like, stop it. Eat carbs. Pasta's good.
I love pasta.
I love pasta.
All right, next one. Hip thrusts.
Oh, no. All right. Hip thrusts are the tricep kickbacks.
Watch yourself.
Are the dumbbell tricep kickbacks of glute exercises.
My wife does a lot of hip thrusts. Okay.
To an extent.
Do I have room to explain myself?
You have 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds to explain myself. Okay, so hip thrusts, when you really break down the science of it, right? Hip thrusts work for certain people genetically, right? Sometimes it just works for people, right? But for most people, it's not really going to work, and here's the reason why. When you're doing hip thrusts, what you're doing is you are negating the most important part about building muscle, and that is the stretch portion of the movement. So you get a lot of people, they're loading a ton of weight on the bar, and they're negating the stretch movement, which is the most hypertrophic part of the movement. So I think there are so many better things that you can do, like how about an elevated lunge or a Bulgarian split squat?
Love those.
You love those, right? Mm-hmm. If you want your booty to grow, you need to stretch your booty, right? You need to stretch those cheeks.
Next one.
All right.
Detoxes and cleanses. Specifically like juice cleanses. That's the only one I know.
Like Detoxes and like they'll go online and they'll be like, oh, do this like juice cleanse and you'll lose.
For like a week, yeah, and you'll lose like 15 pounds.
Well, they're stupid. They make no sense. They're dumb. They are so dumb. Why are you picking all the ones that I just hate?
That's the point.
Okay, so detoxes and juices are the stupidest thing on planet Earth next to keto and hip thrusts, okay? Hip thrusts you can kind of get away with. They're okay, you know.
I think they're good.
In some cases, I don't like them. I think they're stupid.
'Cause
Anyway.
you don't do them.
Yeah, I don't need to because I barbell squat. Shots fired! Anyway, detoxes and juices, I think, are just a ploy for a ton of supplement companies to just get some more money in market. Mm-hmm. You can't detox the body. We have no literature or scientific evidence that you taking a little packet of freaking Febreze or vitamin B12 or a detox.
So sorry. I had to sneeze.
We got to redo the whole take. Anyway,
No.
there is no literature or no evidence that suggests that you taking this detox or this tea is going to detoxify your body and help you lose weight. Mm-hmm. None of that is true. So I think these detoxes and what'd you call them? Cleanses?
Cleanses, yeah.
Eat some broccoli, take a massive dump, and you'll be cleansed. Thank you.
Alrighty. All right, this one is like a fashion one. So
Love
how
it.
do you feel about low-rise jeans? It's more for like women's fashion.
Low-rise jeans?
Yeah, it's like a 2000s thing coming back.
Yeah.
You like them?
No, hear me out. Hear me out. Back in the early 2000s, I had a couple of crushes on some women that, you know, had some low-rise jeans. Okay, so there was a Bon Jovi music video, right? And I'm going to just watch my words here because my wife is here. And the lady wore low-rise jeans, and I thought it was pretty cool. However, I kind of think they're out of date and out of style. I think if you're going to wear jeans, you got to make the butt look good, right? And I'm just saying low-rise jeans don't make the butt look good. Next question. Am I on point with that? That makes sense?
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I disagree. I don't know. This isn't my opinion. This is yours.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to get in trouble after this.
All right. Next one.
Okay.
Pineapple on pizza.
No, absolutely not. No, wait, stop it. No, wait, no, hold on. No, absolutely not. That is not a real thing. If you're putting pineapple on pizza, let me tell you something. I'm from New York, right? I'm from Queens, New York. And listen, let me tell you something. I know what real pizza tastes like. If you're putting pineapple on pizza, right? You and Stalin are the same. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say.
You can't say that.
I can say that because I mean it, okay? You are in that range of evil. You shouldn't do that to perfectly good pizza. You're a psychopath if you're putting pineapple on pizza. I'm just throwing it out
Good
there.
golly. All right.
Did we mention this is unfiltered? And this is how I really feel about things?
These are the ones that you really just don't know that I put on here.
Okay.
Not using your blinker.
Oh, when you're driving?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Have you been to North Carolina? Let me tell you something. Every single driver in North Carolina that I have experienced does not use your blinker. Here is my opinion on not using your blinker. It's not that the people are incompetent. That's not it. Because in New York, you see a lot of people who don't use their blinker, right? Mm-hmm. When people who don't use their blinker are just simply bad communicators. Does that make sense? Sure. That's what I think. I think if you are not using your blinker, you are just bad at communicating. You're just lollygagging. I remember I was driving, right? I was driving on the road, and North Carolina, everybody is so friendly. I'm on one side, the guy's on the other side, right? And he's about to make a left turn, and it's like a left turn in a straight, right? He's driving up to the thing, right? He's looking at me. We're driving in the same direction. I think he's going straight, right? Mm-hmm. I said, okay, no problem. I'm not going to move. I got like 7 cars behind me. He drives, and then he just waves, and he goes left. And that was that. And then I have 17 cars behind me, and I'm like, well, thank you for not using your blinker, Frank, whatever your name is. So that's how I feel about not using your blinker when you drive.
Also, some of these he doesn't like. Even if they're not hot takes, so it's just funny.
They're not even hot takes. They're just like
it's just things that'll get you riled up.
Okay.
I think that one and this one is just things you don't like.
Just give me a second. Ugh.
I have one word for you.
What?
Ketchup.
No.
I love ketchup.
I hate ketchup. That is disgusting. Absolutely not. These are supposed to be fitness hot takes. So let me tell you
We're
something
getting
about
back to that.
Let me tell you something about ketchup, okay? Ketchup is a poor man's Italian sauce, okay? Let me actually stay right there. Don't move anywhere. Let me tell you something about real pasta sauce, okay? You can't use ketchup. What you gotta do is you gotta get. Look at this. You see this over here? This is real Italian sauce, and it's not Rayo's. It's my own personal brand of pasta, okay? So what you do is you take tomatoes, right? You really blend them up, and then you put a little bit of garlic. You put a little bit of sweet onions, right? You put a little Italian seasoning in there, oregano, basil, right? A little bit of olive oil, and you go. And that's how you make real pasta sauce. Ketchup is a lie. Thank you very much. Here
It's
you
just
go.
nice on fries and burgers.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If I knew from the get-go, look, this is a used jar, right? We reused it. Anyway, if I knew you ate ketchup on our first date, I may have reconsidered some things. I'm
Also,
lying. That's
I would
not
take
true.
that down because we're not sponsored.
We're not. We're not. Sorry. Fitness for you sauce. Anyway.
All right. Now we're going back to the fitness ones.
Mm-hmm.
Progressive overload.
Love it. Yes. Progressive overload is the king of exercises, right? Progressive overload. You need to progressive overload your life. What is progressive overload for those who don't know, right? Progressive overload is...
Progressive overload your life.
That's right. Progressive overload your life. For those of you who don't know what progressive overload is, in layman's terms, taking quantum physics and making it super simple, progressive overload is getting stronger or better over time, right? Over time, I'm adding more weight to the bar. Over time, I'm adding more volume to my exercises, and that in turn creates muscle growth. It creates hypertrophy. You not only got to do that in the gym, you got to do that with your life, right? If I'm a businessman, guess what? Not only am I going to do one sale, I'm going to do 2 sales, right? Not only am I going to have 1 business meeting, I'm going to have 5 the next month. Progressive overload your life. I'm not going to have 1 wife. I'm going to have 5 wives. No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
I was with you for a second. Not anymore.
I progressive overload my wife. That's it. Shut up.
Yes. Alrighty, next one. What if you don't consume protein right after your workout?
I think here's what's going to happen. Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing
So
will
you
happen.
can consume it whenever, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Now you're talking about like the post like window.
Yeah, it's like I think people say that you have to consume it within like an hour or like 30 minutes.
You're an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, animals do not do anything to the weather, number one. There has been no evidence. We have literally 0 conclusive evidence on that. Fight me. And if you don't like meat, guess what? If you don't like meat, that's a missed steak. Get it? We actually have. That was
so dumb.
That was so good. Dad jokes. We have actually a ton more literature on people being vegan and it doing detrimental stuff to their health, right? So, and we have a ton of evidence supporting people who actually have a balanced diet living longer. Crazy, crazy concept. I'm going to get in a ton of trouble.
That's all right. It's hot takes. It's people's different opinions.
Yeah,
Who
I can
cares?
have an opinion. Get over it.
Okay, next one. Toning.
Toning. Like putting toning in your hair?
No, like I'm going to go tone my arms.
That is, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Okay, so toning.
Well, I also have another one that's kind of like based with it.
So you're going to pair them together?
Yeah.
For me. Okay,
so toning and targeting fat, I feel like kind of coincides.
So like you're talking about like I'm trying to tone my muscles and I'm trying to target a certain part of my body.
Yeah, I'm going to go tone my arms and like lose fat in my arms.
I think that's completely stupid. No, you cannot spot reduct. This myth needs to die. You don't need to spot reduct anything, number one. Number two, you can't tone anything. They're talking about being lean, right? And leanness comes from how much body fat you have.
And nutrition.
So it has nothing to do with the type of exercise you do, right? If I train hard, right, I'm going to put on muscle, right? For me to look toned and lean, I need to lower my body fat percentage. So that's my take on that.
Stop looking at my list.
I actually can't see it from here.
Good.
Because I'm just blind. But that's
You're
okay.
old. Okay. Next one. Intermittent fasting.
Oh, intermittent fasting. I have two opinions on this. Number one, I think everybody just takes the new fad and they're like, this is the greatest thing, man, since Green Earth, bro. Like, I'm going to intermittent fast and I lost like 25 pounds and I got a new marriage. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I liked intermittent fasting for the concept of giving yourself parameters to eat, having a calorie window, right?
Yeah.
Like if you start eating at 12 o'clock and then you stop eating at 6, if you're looking to lose weight, okay, so now you only have a certain amount of time to get these calories in, right? So I think that's a good way to keep yourself accountable. But I personally think that we don't have a ton of evidence about how intermittent fasting helps you burn fat. If it does, it's very minute in the grand scheme of things. So that's my opinion on intermittent fasting.
All right. I respect it.
These are pretty on point. I'm
Thanks.
proud of you. I'm proud of
Thanks.
you.
Here's another one. Crocs in the gym.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Crocs in the gym.
What about in sport mode?
If you're wearing Crocs to the gym, right? And even if you put it in sport mode, here's what you're going to do. You're going to turn around. You're going to hit the exit. You're actually going to go up to the front desk, revoke your membership. Do not enter. Do not enter the gym anymore because Crocs in the gym is the same thing like having sandals with socks on.
All right. Don't knock it till you try it.
There is no athletic performance or ability. What you scream to me is a
17-year-old kid with 10 of his friends surrounding the preacher call machine and blocking it for people who actually want to use the machine. So if you're wearing Crocs in the gym, do me and the rest of the world a favor, revoke your gym membership.
All right. How do you feel about the oversized clothes trend? Like more baggy jeans, big sweaters, baggier shirts. How do you feel about that?
I think if you do it right, it will look good.
Okay.
I've seen you've actually taught me this. You'll wear maybe a tighter top and more of a baggier bottom and it'll work. It would actually really work. But if you're doing it because you're all baggy all the time, I think that's kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wore only baggy clothes all the time, I'd just be like, all right, honey, let me see some curves. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to wear something a little tighter. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, babe, I want to see the merchandise. You know what I mean? Something like that. When you're in the gym, I love it. It's great. Not a baggy. You're kind of like a cocoon. You'll wear a baggy. It's the craziest thing. She'll wear a baggy sweatshirt and baggy sweatpants, right? And she'll look like a 12-year-old kid just walking around, right? She'll be like, hi, I'm wearing this, blah, 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 blah. And then she starts powering up and then she starts working out and she takes the sweater off and then she takes the sweatpants off and she's like this Greek goddess out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have more curves than the highway.
You're too nice. You know what? Comfortable and cute is achievable.
I think
with
you're just
baggier
cute.
clothes. All right. How do you feel about mullets?
I had a mullet back in the day. Did you know that?
What about right now?
I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah?
I'm not going to lie. I think it's kind of cool. I think people are bringing it back. They're starting to pull it off. They realize that everything in the past is actually better than what's going on right now. But fun fact, in the 3rd grade, and Mom, if you're watching this, business in the front, party in the back, right? I had spiky hair and I had long hair in the back. Maybe we can put a photo right here. Mom, send me one if you have one. But yeah, I think for me, the mullet was a terrible idea. I got picked on relentlessly, right? But mullets now, you got the lacrosse dude with the mullet and the curly hair and the mustache is coming back and he's like, hey dude, lax bros, bro. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Let's go on the field and skadoosh, skadoosh. So yeah, okay. I think it's kind of cool.
All right. This is, oh no, I take that back. This one's going to hit hard.
Okay.
Wrestling is fake.
No, it's not. It's real to me, damn it. It's real to me, damn it. Okay. Professional wrestling WWE. Now, our family, this household right here, are huge WWE fans. We're huge wrestling fans, if you didn't know. I actually did professional wrestling for about a year in 2009, right? And here's what I learned. The only thing fake about professional wrestling is the outcome. Honey, that's a real steel chair that you're getting hit with. Anyway, next question.
Okay. What do you think of pretty privilege?
Pretty privilege.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a damn good thing.
Really?
Yes. People, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's people who actually look better get treated differently.
Yes.
I think it is something in our psyche as human beings just to do that naturally. Now, personally, I don't do that. I try to treat everybody the same, right? No matter how you look, if you're ugly, if you're cute, if you're fat, if you fit, I'm going to treat you the same way, right? Because that's just how we're raised, right? And but I do believe that if you're trying to get the most advantage in life, I do think that you need to dress appropriately. I think you do need to comb your hair, wear deodorant, and wear some, cologne. Make yourself look good, and people are going to treat you different. Like, I always, any place I go, if the dress code is here, I make sure I'm one notch above, right? And yeah, I am taking advantage of a social situation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that people can treat me different. But I will tell you, when I dress better and I conduct myself better and, actually groom myself and keep myself in shape, I have gotten more opportunities that way in life than I did if I just slacked off. So keep yourself in shape and be aware of your appearance. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Does that make sense, though?
Yeah, it does. But like you said, you shouldn't treat people differently based on how they look.
No, I exactly.
Yeah, that's not fair. All right, there's 2 more left.
Okay, 2 more. I'm ready.
People who claim that they can help others get in shape in 2 weeks.
What?
Like, follow this ab workout for 2 weeks straight and you'll have a 6-pack.
Forgive me for saying this. That's bull. Seriously. Total, utter BS. Okay? I think if anybody is selling you that, they want your money. They are selling you a false bill of goods. Getting in shape is a lifetime commitment, right? And somebody on the internet who says, well, you can get in shape if you do like V-Shred or other people like that. They're like, well, you can get in shape based upon, right? Guess what? Is not going to help, right? It's a lifetime of consistency and progression. So yeah, I think those people, I honestly think like there's a certain place in hell for them, right?
Oh.
Seriously, like I think like if you don't repent of your sins and turn to Jesus, guess what? It ain't going to be pretty. That's all I got to say. So to that, because you're selling people a false bill of goods and you're lying to people essentially. So.
That's true. I could see that. I actually have 2 more because I thought of another one in my head that I thought would be really funny.
Okay, go.
Or not funny, but interesting to end off the video.
Okay.
All right. The next one is pump covers, or are they just t-shirts?
They're pump covers.
What makes them a pump cover?
Because your pump is underneath, and the best thing about the pump cover is you go into the gym, you wear your pump cover, a t-shirt or sweatshirt, and you go, and the more you do, right? Then you take it off, and then you reveal your pump cover. That's the best part. But there is some scientific evidence behind pump covers, right? You need to technically raise your body temperature when you work out, and pump covers are a great way to help you warm up before you get started in your workout. And it's just psychologically cool. They're not just t-shirts. The pump covers.
Okay. All right. Last one. This wasn't on my list because I
sure?
just thought of it.
Are you sure?
This is the last one.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. What do you think of fitness influencers?
Fitness influencers?
Mm-hmm.
Like me? No, I'm not a fitness influencer.
No, like I see a lot of the time, like people who like certain things might work for them and might give them the body that like everyone dreams of. And then they call themselves a fitness like expert.
So like the girl who has a naturally giant butt and goes on the TikTok and does like one little glute kickback and says, this is how you get a giant butt. By the way, I drink my greens and take all these supplements and you should do that. Right?
Yeah.
Listen, I think that when you get these young kids who think they know it all or they have really good genetics, it is a great opportunity and environment to mislead a lot of people, right? Not everyone is genetically gifted like that. And even so, I think when we're kind of just talking from our mouth, and listen, I used to do that back in 2012. I would almost reiterate what I would learn from a lot of people. And I had to go back and A, delete some videos, and B, I had to change what I was saying because I realized that what I was saying was not helpful. So I think if you're a fitness quote unquote influencer, you have the responsibility of being honest with your audience and not talking in absolutes, because people in fitness, they tend to speak in absolutes, and that's not the case. Like, hey, lifting heavy weights is going to get you jacked as an absolute, right? Lifting heavy weights may get you jacked, but that's not necessarily the case. And you get a lot of these kids, they talk in absolutes. Oh, you got to dirty bulk. You got to do this. You got to do that. And it misleads an entire generation. And right now we're in a generation of, 30-second TikToks and, 30-second Instagram reels. That's why I got to make these into shorts, because your attention span sucks. So that's true though. And they're giving this information out without explanation. And it's misleading a generation, and that is my opinion on fitness influencers. I think they have a big responsibility, and I really think that they need to own up to it, and they need to, get better at what they do.
Yeah,
and
or
that
just
goes
be more transparent too.
That is true, and that goes for me too, and you. We're both learning. As we go along to that. So yeah. Anyway, is that it?
That was all I had.
All right. Well, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
We shall. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you watched this far in the video, I have a really big question for you. If you need to do everything if you're really stressed out and you want to know how to manage your stress, do me a favor. Hit the video above our head. And you guys know the deal. Love your body, love your mind, and love your soul. And stay happy. And make your pasta from scratch. Later.